In this segment, I will be discussing another step in the service process, the vehicle walkaround. Before we begin, if you have not done so already, please download the forms that go with this segment. There are 3 objectives of the vehicle walkaround. The one that usually comes to mind for most service advisors is cover your butt. Many of you who currently do walkarounds do them to make sure you have documented any damage the vehicle has before you start to work on it. This is something that you should absolutely be doing. However, it is only one of the reasons for doing a walkaround. The second objective is to build rapport and trust with the customer. Customers who trust you and like you will spend more money with you. Which brings us to the main reason you should do a vehicle walkaround, which is to increase your gross profit. Let's talk about all the benefits of a vehicle walkaround. First, it builds value. It shows that you are not Jiffy Lube. In the Building Value video, I discussed the need for you to show the customer the value in your processes if you expect them to pay for your services. In that video, we talk about the way a fine restaurant adds value through their processes, such as having the waiter describe each menu item in detail. The vehicle walkaround allows you to build value in your service process. You do not want to be perceived as a Jiffy Lube. Therefore, you have to differentiate yourself from these service centers. The vehicle walkaround is one way of accomplishing this. The second thing the vehicle walkaround does is that it gives you an opportunity for small talk. This helps you establish a personal relationship with your customer by building rapport. According to a J.D. Power study, loyal customers spend more money on each service visit, are easier to work with, and follow the factory recommended maintenance schedule. What does this mean for you? More money and less stress. Bumper stickers, golf clubs, child car seats, and many other items can be very useful in developing rapport with your customers. These items not only can help you with developing rapport, but also can be useful in determining your customers' hot buttons. These will come in very handy when trying to sell your services to your customer. Finally, during a vehicle walkaround, you can identify additional services that the customer may need, such as body damage, wiper blades that need to be replaced, light bulbs that are out, tires, fogging inside of headlamps, window scratches, and state inspections that are due. Not only do these items lead to more gross profit, they also increase customer satisfaction. How does identifying additional services lead to increases in customer satisfaction? Well, let me tell you. It has been my experience that the majority of service advisors' pay plans are somehow tied to customer satisfaction scores. I think you would all agree everyone who comes in contact with the customer or their vehicle can affect how that customer scores your dealership on your customer satisfaction survey. That means that every time you have someone do something that you could be doing, you are basically giving them your wallet to take care of. I would think that you would want to control your own income. How does this relate to a vehicle walkaround? Well, some of you may feel that it is best not to try and sell the customer any work at the time of write-up. Instead, you may prefer to wait for the technician to tell you what the vehicle needs. Fair enough, but consider this. Let's say a customer is driving home in the rain and realizes that he needs wiper blades. He figures he'll get new ones when he comes into your dealership next week for his scheduled service. Then, during the next 6 days, it never rains. So when he brings his vehicle in, he forgets about the wipers. Could your technician miss the need for wipers? Possibly. And when he does, and the next day it is raining, how happy do you think your customer will be? What about a light bulb that is out? Could your technician miss it? If he does, and your customer gets pulled over by a police officer right after having his car in your shop, how happy do you think he will be? Now, you could let the technician control your wallet, or you could control it yourself by doing a walkaround. During a vehicle walkaround, you would have found both of these problems, thus averting a possible low CSI score. Despite these benefits, I often hear the following excuses for not doing a vehicle walkaround. It takes too long, or I don't have a service drive. Well, the reality is that a vehicle walkaround should only take 2 to 3 minutes. Also, just because you do not have a service drive does not mean that you cannot still do a walkaround. Remember, no one expects you to do a walkaround if it's 10 degrees and snowing. For most of you, though, the weather will not be an impediment to doing a walkaround. Now that you know the reasons to do a vehicle walkaround, let's see what makes a good vehicle walkaround. First, use an inspection form, like form number 1. Color-coded is the way many manufacturers are recommending. Green means good to go, yellow means that an item may need to be replaced soon, and red means repair work is urgent. Make sure you involve the customer by asking questions. Start with open-ended questions and finalize with closed-ended questions like, is there anything else about your vehicle that you would like me to know? Try and comment on the customer's vehicle, complimenting the appearance or personal touches. Take notes and maintain eye contact. Look for additional service items and recommend potential accessories. Here are some basics on the vehicle walkaround. Make sure you have the vehicle walkaround form. Next, as we discuss in the feature benefit selling video, you should be discussing features but selling benefits. For example, if resale value is important to Mr. Jones, you might say, by repairing that scratch, Mr. Jones, you will enhance the vehicle's appearance and preserve its resale value. Now, if you did not greet the customer at their vehicle when they arrived, you will want to invite the customer to look at their car with you. In either case, you will begin at the driver's door and move counterclockwise. As you go around the vehicle, you will describe to the customer what you are doing as you do it and tell them the condition of each item. The walk around should be a positive experience for the customer and not viewed as a let's see what we can get you for this time gimmick. Please keep in mind, I am going to describe for you the vehicle walk around that I think is most appropriate for today's cars and service advisors. For example, I do not have you look under the hood. In most cars today, everything under the hood is covered, and it's a waste of your precious time. So now, let's talk about how to do a vehicle walk-around. First, get the VIN number from the car and check the inspection sticker. Next, get in the car on the driver's side and check the mileage and turn on the lights. Now, have the customer stand behind the vehicle, and as you step on the brake, ask the customer to tell you if any brake lights are out. Also, have the customer check the directional lights as you use them. Look at the interior of the vehicle for any wear and tear. Check the horn. Look for any oil change stickers. If appropriate, check the climate control system. Now, walk to the left front tire and inspect. But before you check the tread depth, show the customer your tread depth gauge and explain to them what the different tread levels mean. Also, let them know that your technician will be looking at the interior portion of the tire to make sure it does not have any uneven wear. Inspect the left wiper blade and check the windshield for any scratches or cracks. Start walking down the side of the vehicle. As you walk down the side of the vehicle, look for body damage, including dings, dents, or scratches. Also look at the windows to check for scratches or chips. Check the marker lights as well. Inspect the left rear tire. Then walk to the rear of the vehicle and inspect the rear muffler if possible. Check for body damage, dings, dents, or scratches on the rear of the vehicle. Look at the rear window for any damage. Check the tail lights to make sure no bulbs are out. Walk to the right rear tire and inspect. Then check for body damage up the right side of the vehicle. Look at the side windows for any damage. Check the marker lights. Check the right wiper blade and the right side of the windshield for any damage. Inspect the right front tire. Then walk to the front of the vehicle. Check the front lights for bulbs that may be out, as well as fogging inside the headlights. Look for any body damage in the front of the vehicle. Look under the vehicle, checking the undercarriage valance for any damage that sometimes occurs while parking. Go back to the driver's side door, look at the roof for any damage, and then turn off the lights, and if the car is still on, turn it off as well. Now, proceed back to your desk with the customer. While you are checking the customer's vehicle, not only are you explaining to them what you are doing, but you are also building rapport through small talk. For example, if you see a bumper sticker that states "Go Yankees," you could talk to them about baseball. It is important that you be aware of these items so you can develop not only rapport with the customer, but also trust. Remember, if a customer trusts you, they will spend more money with you and not take up as much of your time. You all have some customers who trust you so much that they just throw you the keys and say, fix whatever it needs. If you want more of these customers, you have to start by developing a relationship with them. This starts during the walk-around. Now, let's take a look at a role play of me doing a walk-around with a customer. Morning, Mr. Jones. Welcome to ABC Motors.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? My name's Doug. I'll be your service advisor today.
Hi, Doug. Please call me Mike.
Not a problem, Mike. What I'd like to do to get started with is to do a brief walk around to your vehicle to get some information, if that'd be okay with you.
Sure.
Okay, well, do you have the keys?
Yep.
What I'm going to check first, I'm going to go into your car and check the mileage.
Okay.
And I also like to check the lights. And the easiest way for me to check the lights, like the brake lights and the directional lights, is for me to do it and have you back here checking them. So if you would, could you just sort of get to the back of the vehicle? Thank you. So, how's that direction?
Yeah, left signal is good. Right signal.
Okay. Brake light?
Brake lights.
And the regular lights are okay?
Yeah, they're good.
All right, great. Horn works okay? All right. Okay. So, now I'm going to start up at the front of the vehicle. And like I said, I'm going to do a walk around your vehicle, making sure everything's in good condition. And I first like to check the tires.
Sure.
And I have a tread depth gauge here that will give us an indication of how the tread depth is on your vehicle.
Okay.
And if you notice, it's got red, yellow, and green.
Yes.
If it's red, then your tires need to be replaced because they're below legal standards. If it's yellow, then right now your tread depth's okay, but you probably in your next visit you're going to want to get them replaced.
Right.
And if it comes up green, then everything's great.
Okay.
Now, our technician will also check the tires because, as you can see, I can't sort of get into the interior portion, so he'll check them as well. But let me check and see, make sure everything's okay here. Yep, it's green, so it looks good. Okay. Not a problem there. Everything's looking good. Have you seen any streaking with your windshield wipers or anything?
No, they've been fine.
Okay, good. All right, everything looking good here. Let me check this tire here. Okay, it's good. Oh, I see you're a Nets fan.
Yeah, in fact, that reminds me, I'm going to the game tonight, so can I get the car back by 5?
Not a problem. 5 o'clock it is. Okay. You know, I also noticed that for a fairly new vehicle, you got 31,250 miles on it.
Yeah, I'm in sales, so I practically live in the vehicle. I'm on the road all the time. And she's been running fine. Gas prices have been killing me, but other than that, she's been fine.
Well, I was going to say, it's in pretty good shape for 31,000 miles.
Thanks.
Okay, that's good there. Okay, now, I noticed a little damage here to the side mirror.
Yeah, I clipped that in the parking lot the other day.
Okay, well, if you like, I can get an estimate to get that repaired for you.
Okay.
That'll help with the, obviously, the appearance of the vehicle.
Sure.
All right. All right, this windshield wiper looks good as well. Check the tires. Everything looks good there. So let me just check the undercarriage. A lot of times when you pull into those parking lots, you can scrape the bottom and do some damage, but everything looks good there, and your headlights are looking good. So, all right, well, everything, no problems up on top of the vehicle. Well, let me turn the lights off, and then if you would, I got all the information I need here, so if you would, join me back in my office, and we can get you written up and out of here.
Great.
All right, follow me. As you could see, the vehicle walk-around takes very little time to do. However, it gives you an opportunity to talk with the customer at their vehicle. Customers are much more comfortable at their car than at your desk or counter. You should have also noticed how I developed rapport with the customer by talking about the Nets. Since he mentioned to me that he was going to the Nets game tonight, when I make my follow-up call to him tomorrow, guess what I'm going to talk about? That's right, the game. If I want to develop a relationship with this customer, I have to start taking an interest in what is important to him. The follow-up call, as you will see in the follow-up video, is a great place to start. What I find out doing a walk-around helps me during the follow-up call. You should start to see how every part of the service process, from the appointment setting to the follow-up, is all interconnected. It is like a puzzle. In order to successfully complete the puzzle, you must put all the pieces together. Once again, thanks for watching. And remember, if you never get out from behind the computer screen, customers will perceive you as simply an order taker, not an advisor or consultant.